In China, concubinage used to be similar to marriage since concubines were accepted as man's sexual companions and were expected to have offspring for him. The Chinese phrase consorts of emperors, known in English as concubines, refers to a type of governmental post that frequently carries a very high rank. It was against the law and considered socially unacceptable for a man in premodern China to have more than one wife at the same time. Nevertheless, having concubines was considered socially acceptable. From the earliest times, affluent men have been known to purchase concubines and incorporate them into their families alongside their primary wife. The acquisition of a concubine was comparable to that of a servant or slave. However, concubines enjoyed a greater social position than servants and slaves. It was highly banned for concubines to engage in sexual activity with anybody than the emperor. The eunuchs, who held a significant deal of influence in the palace, were in charge of supervising and monitoring the majority of their actions. Before the emperor would enter their bedroom, concubines had to take a bath and get checked out by a court doctor. This was a requirement. Any lady that the emperor chose to see while he was in possession of hundreds or perhaps thousands of concubines would be the target of envious competition from the other women in the court. Concubines were given their own apartments where they would spend their time doing things like applying makeup, sewing, engaging in a variety of artistic pursuits, and mingling with other concubines. Many of them never left the palace in their whole lives, and throughout that time they had no interaction with the emperor. Before we continue, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon if you're liking the video so far. Hierarchy: Qing Dynasty Harem System. The Qing dynasty was the most powerful dynasty in imperial China. Its leaders were not of Han Chinese ethnicity, but rather of the conquering Manchu people, who took Beijing in 1644 and overthrew the Ming dynasty. The order of the wives remained the same, but successive emperors had varying numbers of consorts, concubines, and other wives in their households. Number 1. The Empress. The Empress held the highest status of all these harem concubines, but she was not the only one. In point of fact, this was a monogamous system with multiple concubines, and the Empress was the primary wife of the emperor. However, the emperor did have other wives. She might have as many as 10 palace maids, which gave her more influence than any of the other concubines combined. Number 2. Imperial Noble Consort. Imperial Noble Consort was a title that was given to women in China who held the position of second in rank within the imperial harem throughout most of the time period ranging from 1457 to 1915. There was only one person who could fill this role within the imperial harem, and her status was far below that of the empress. The maximum number of palace maids that she could employ was 8. Number 3. Noble Consorts. Also known as Guifei, there are only 2 of these in the imperial harem, and each of them had the ability to employ 8 palace maids. Number 4. Consorts. There were just 4 women in the imperial harem. They are correspondingly translated as noble, virtuous, kind and gentle, and moral. Gui means noble. Zhan means virtuous. She means kind and gentle. And Di means moral. They were only able to command a maximum of 6 palace maids. Number 5. Imperial Concubines. There were just 6 women in the imperial harem. They could command a maximum of 6 palace maids. Number 6. Noble Ladies. There are an endless number of noble ladies, or gairen, in the imperial harem. They are allowed a maximum of 4 palace maids. Number 7. First-class female attendant. Also known as Shanghai, an unlimited number are allowed in the imperial harem, and they are only allowed a maximum of 3 palace maids. Number 8. Second-class female attendants. They were unrestricted in the imperial harem as well. Besides, each household is permitted to keep 2 palace maids. What do you think of our video? Please let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.